Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impression review wear test demo over the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I am this bandwagon left months ago, and I honestly debated whether or not to do this video, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna do it. You know, I have lots of foundations I want to try out. Some are new, some are old, and I just want to try them out for y'all, no matter if the bandwagon left a year ago, 6 months ago. Well, a year ago is a little much, but I just want to try them out. I just like trying out foundations and just seeing the different kinds of foundations and, you know, just if I like them or not. So this video will be over this, and before we get in, I would just want to say something that I just think is the coolest thing ever. It's nothing related to makeup. Okay, so the rage this winter or Christmas is all over these Sherpa pullovers. This one I have right here is pink, and I know everybody has seen the Sherpa pullovers from Victoria's Secrets are pink. They're $80. I got hair in my mouth. They're like $80. They come in different colors. I have a gray one, there's a pink one, there's a light blue one, and I think there may be like a black one, I'm not too sure, but they do have different colors in those. Mine's like a gray, and it says pink on the back, or love pink or something like that, and it has a little pink dog. I love that one. I love it. Do I think it's worth $80? No, but I've always wanted one for the past 3 years, so I finally decided to get one. A couple weeks after I got one, I got this one. So this one's fluffier than the pink one, and I absolutely love it. I got it from Sam's Club. Obviously you have to pay monthly or yearly or whatever it is for that to get access to the stuff inside, but this one's fluffier. I love it. Make sure if you get it, you size up, because the medium was basically a crop top on me. I had to get a large, and this was only $17. I wore this the whole way to travel to New York and home from New York, so I absolutely love it. Just thought I would put that out there in case you don't want to buy the Victoria's Secret Sherpa, because I know there's other Sherpas out there that are very expensive. I don't even know if I'm saying Sherpa right, but yeah, I just thought this was such a good deal for $17. And if you are part of the Sam's Club, they have this one, they have a light blue, they have a gray, and they have a cream. I want to get the cream one because I do have the gray pink one already. But yeah, I just figured I would share that with y'all. So if you want to see my thoughts on this foundation, then let's go ahead and get started. So I already have my hair back and everything, and like I said, I've had this foundation for a really long time. Now that Christmas break is here, I'm finally able to have time to film videos. Like today is a Wednesday. I literally have nothing to do except to go to H-E-B, and that's what we will be doing today, and that's why I'm going to do this kind of wear test. Now that school's over, everything is done, I want to try to get up maybe like a vlog or something soon, kind of addressing the end of the semester, my grades and everything like that. So keep an eye out for that, because hopefully that will be coming soon. But as of right now, we will be doing this foundation. So up on Ulta's website, this is the NYX Professional Makeup Total Control Drop Foundation. It retails for $13.99. They do have coupons. That is a little bit of a steep price. I know foundations for drugstores are getting up there nowadays, which I do not like. I have the shade 06, which this is in vanilla, and I really tried my hardest to get a good shade match. There's a lot of shades. This has a lot of shades. 24 colors, which is really nice for a drugstore foundation. This has 4 stars. It says it's a fine tune with a velvety matte foundation. It has a dropper, simply adjust and never drops until you create the unique coverage that you want. It has a smooth finish. They have a brush that you can get with it. I didn't get the brush just because I didn't really feel like paying $10 more or something for a specific brush, so I did not get the brush. So we will just be using a beauty blender and my own Real Techniques brush today. So I'm going to go with my tried and true Rimmel Fix Imperfect Makeup Primer Base. I love this stuff. I've said in a previous video, my face has gotten a little bit oily, and I've gotten this Lush spray actually as a tea tree face spray, and I think that's been helping calm down my oiliness. But I'm going to apply this on both sides of my face, just because I know this primer won't give me really any issues. I've used it with multiple foundations. I've used it, well, if I could get some of it to come out, that would be nice. I've used it with my Fenty foundation. I've used it with Maybelline Fit Me. I've used it with the Lala Fox one. I've used it with different CoverGirl BB creams, and it never gives me any issue, and I love the way this makes my skin feel. It really smooths it out. Okay, so while we're waiting for that primer to set in, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up my little box. It just says shake well. So on the back of the box right here, it has for light coverage you use 2 drops, medium coverage you use 3 drops, and full coverage you use 4 drops. So I'm just gonna kind of, ooh, sounds very like water, but that sounds a little intimidating. So I'm probably just gonna go more for a medium coverage. I have a couple acne spots right here because when I was traveling, I guess maybe just traveling, and I didn't wash my face every night, so that may have caused the breakouts. But then I have this weird breakout right here on my lip, which I have no idea where that came from. So I think it's a cute little bottle. It honestly reminds me of I think it's the Ordinary foundation, which I really, really want. And their skincare and stuff is getting released to Sephora. So I kind of want to order some of that. But this is exactly what it reminds me of. It is cute. You get I wish it was 1.43. It's 0.43 fluid ounces or 13 milliliters. It is a little less than what you normally get because you normally get 1 full fluid ounce, and my perception on this foundation is because it is so liquidy. I feel like I'm gonna have to use a lot of it to achieve the coverage I would want versus using like Matte and Poreless, Fenty foundation, Urban Decay All Nighter. You know, you can just use like a pump and a half in your like max coverage. So I'm very curious on how this is. I did shake it up. Obviously you do get a dropper, so I don't really know like the best way to apply this. Like, I guess I can drop it onto my beauty blender because we're gonna use beauty blender first, or drop it on my face first. Let's put some on my face. Okay, well, there you go. That's running everywhere. So I feel like this is gonna be a good match actually. Like I said, I got the shade like 06 Vanilla. Everything underneath that was very pale. It doesn't seem to be sinking into any pores around my nose area, but like I did say, the primer I used is like the bomb. It doesn't seem to be gathering around my nose at all. I feel like it's a little weird to blend out around my nose, and it is extremely sticky. I just touched my nose right here, and you could see my like fingerprint on the skin because it just stuck straight to the foundation. So you're definitely going to need to set this. So that is basically what that looks like there. I would say this is probably like 3 drops maybe. To me, this definitely has a lot of coverage for me, but it's not full coverage, and we did 3 drops, so this should be going medium to full. I definitely think this is light to medium coverage. You can still see my freckles, which is fine with me. I don't really care about that. You definitely see it did cover up compared to the other side right here. So now I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to actually just drop this onto my brush. Okay, so with a brush, this is extremely streaky. I have streak marks all throughout my face right now. And it definitely looks like with a brush that it's sitting on top of my skin. It doesn't look like it does with the sponge where it looks like it's blended into my skin. Okay, so I definitely don't think I like it with a brush. It looks kind of just, not kind of crepey, but you can just see the brush strokes. So I'm gonna go over it with a sponge again. I definitely think my favorite way to apply this is going to be with a sponge. It's definitely very lightweight. I don't really feel it on my face. And since I have been getting a little more oily, it has that more hydrating, oily kind of consistency because it is so runny. So we'll have to see how my skin reacts to this for the rest of the day. Okay, so I probably did about 4 drops on that side, and I still have the same exact coverage. So just looking at it super up close with my mirror, I don't notice it seeking into any of my pores or fine lines. I have really bad fine lines on my forehead. I don't notice it sinking into that. Definitely need to set it like I don't even want to touch my face because I just know it's going to be that sticky consistency. It is a little dry and crepey around the sides of my nose right here. But yeah, that's basically it right now. It looks good on my skin. I don't feel the heaviness like I do with other foundations. But like I said, it just doesn't give you the coverage. So I am going to finish my full face of makeup. I'm going to do concealer, mascara, everything like that. And then I will come and do another check-in before I leave. Okay, so I just finished my full face of makeup. I used the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in the Ulta Fabulous Face pressed powder just to add a little bit more coverage. And I have to say, after finishing everything, I really like the way that this looks on my skin. I set my whole face with that powder because I just couldn't stand the feeling of it being like kind of sticky and like, ugh, I don't like that feeling. So I set my whole face and it looks nice. It did settle on my forehead lines, but I've never found a foundation or concealer that doesn't settle into those. So it's just really hard to judge it off that because, like I said, everything settles into those. But it looks really good right now. Like, this coverage is the coverage that I normally go for, and it feels really good. I feel like I can kind of feel the foundation around my nose. You can still see the little crepiness right here, but other than that, I don't seem to really see anything that really stands out to me. It looks good. It doesn't have any dry spots. It's not sneaking into my pores. It doesn't seem to be looking dry or cakey right now, so we shall see. I think today outside, I need to get my eyebrows done because these things look terrible. I think today outside in Texas, the weather is a tad bit cooler. I'll tell y'all though, coming back from New York and coming back to Texas is like a weather and culture shock. It's so cold there. Like, I bought heavy coats and everything like that, and you come back here, I'm like, oh, so I can wear shorts outside. Like, it's just completely different. It's about 55 outside today. The high is supposed to be like around 70, and it's like cloudy and sunny. So we'll get a good test, you know, being outside. I'm gonna go to H-E-B, and I think I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's afterwards because they have some soups and salads there that I've been wanting to get so bad. I try not to do separate grocery runs, but I think I'm just gonna do it today. So I will come back in and check in with y'all after, but so far this looks good and I am really enjoying it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a check-in. It is 2 o'clock. I didn't say it when I started filming this video, but I started putting like the makeup on. What am I trying to say? I put the foundation on for this video around like 10:30, 10:45 in the morning, and it is 2 o'clock right now. I just got back from H-E-B and Trader Joe's, and I was just quickly you know, over glancing at my face in the mirror, and everything still looks really good. It did settle into the lines right here, right in between my eyebrows, and right there it does look a tad bit cakey. That's really the only area that it looks like that. Doesn't look bad anywhere else. It still looks like dry and everything around my nose, but everywhere else seems to be perfectly fine. Didn't sink into any pores or anything like that. Like I said, the primer I did use is really good also, but it seems to be looking pretty well. This is the foundation right here. Let's just ignore this beautiful little pimple thing I have going on my lip right here, but this is what it looks like. So like I said, it really looks pretty good right now, but I've only had it on for about 3 hours. I'm gonna go as long as I can. I do film with natural lighting, so it's just gonna be hit or miss since the time change. The sun sets really early here. It sets around like 5 or 5:30. So I'm gonna wear it till then, and hopefully we can just see if there's any changes, or maybe my opinion changes. But right now, gets 2 thumbs up. It still looks really good. Okay guys, so this is going to be my last check-in. I checked in at 2 last time, and it is currently almost 6. The lighting in here is getting really blue because the sun is setting because of this time change. There's a dog barking in the background, so I really wanted to jump on here real quick and do this. Just like kind of observed my face in my mirror back there, and I am oily right here in this area. I'm gonna move my mirror in front of me, but I am oily right here in this area. It has worn off just a little bit right here on my sides of my cheeks, but I've also been like watching Netflix in my bed, so because you know I'm on break, so I have nothing else to do. So I've been doing that, and I feel like it's worn off here. I'm oily right here and a little bit right here. That's normally where I always get oily. This, you know, I've had it on since 10. Like I said, it's almost 6. So I've only started getting oily now, so this has kept me matte for a very long time, which is nice. The pore, it didn't really settle in my pores here, but my pores like right underneath my nose in this area, you can definitely see from the foundation. It does still look a little cakey right here, but that's pretty much the only areas. It did keep me matte for a very long time, but the coverage is still there and my face still looks really good. I have other foundations where in like the 3 to 4 hour mark, I'm already oily. And normally it does, since I put this foundation on at 10:30, 10 in the morning, and it's now almost 6, it normally takes, you know, a shorter period of time for me to get oily versus that long period. So I do love that part. Not heavy, and I think it being water-based just looks a little bit better on my skin than normally like a really thick, heavy foundation like the All Nighter or even like the Fenty one. So I really enjoy this. I like the way it looks. I like the concealer I paired with it, even the powder. So yeah, I really enjoy this foundation. I think I just get a little bit better of a mattifying primer just to kind of help and boost up the longevity of the matteness. I think it would just be a phenomenal foundation for my skin type. But yeah, I actually really enjoy the foundation, and I'm glad I did pick it up. Even though it is $13.99, I think it is worth it. Drugstore foundations are really getting high up there in price, and this one is a little higher, but I feel like it's not as high as like that Revlon like $18 foundation. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you want to see more foundation reviews and wear tests, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.